Hey guys, Simon here, and talking to you about Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and some tips and tricks for you to know when playing this game. I'm going to keep this as short as possible with my descriptions, as I'm sure YouTube is getting over-flooded with this type of stuff. But if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I will respond ASAP. Pretty good about getting back to folks. Otherwise, do the button thing and subscribe. Here we go. This is something that's just cool. You can do a backflip when jumping off walls while pressing back against whatever direction you were going. Likewise, you can also do a regular flip when standing in front of an NPC character and just jumping up and down. This allows you to jump off of the NPCs and flip. This is basically the same thing when you're in combat and you just jump off a bad guy, but you don't have the time to enjoy the flip before you have to stab somebody in the face. Doing this without anyone there just allows you to jump up and down, but also keep in mind that you can run and jump off walls onto other walls. Some enemies have certain combat and defensive patterns that they use, and it's important to learn them. The reason being, it will help you to kill them faster in combat and know when to attack or when not to. For instance, take the shield carriers. To defeat them, you need to use the axe prosthesis and then attack them after breaking the shield. However, I know that right after breaking the shield, I can grab them quickly and stab them for an easy defeat, and this is how I always kill them. The second benefit for me is that I get health back from the death blow, which helps to save my healing cores. It's important to learn little things like this about your enemies to defeat them faster and know which ones you can mine to get your health back the easiest. This game allows you to pause at any time, unlike the Dark Souls games, meaning you can pause in the middle of a fight and change out your inventory as you would like to do or whatever you are looking to do and not get attacked. I bring this up for one reason, and that's once you know you're going to have a boss fight, it's useful in my opinion to remove any items from your quick select menu so you don't have to flick through those useless items you won't use. This will save you a couple seconds and perhaps save you from making a mistake in a fight or using an item you had no intention of using at all. Your hero can do thrust attacks himself simply by holding R1. Once done, you will pull your weapon in and thrust it out quickly, stabbing whomever you are locked onto. This attack, like the computers, is not blockable but is counterable by stronger opponents. Either way, it works very well in low-level guys. I personally use it to help keep distance between myself and the axe carriers because for whatever reason they always give me a hard time. This move helps with that. Similar to how you can parry swiping attacks, there is an ability in the combat tree to counter thrust attacks, of which kicking and punching also fall into. Whenever an enemy attempts this on you, you will be able to counter it with circle and cause them posture damage along with a possible death blow. Simply hit circle at the last second of an enemy's thrust. Enemies like the purple ninja's throw kick, for instance. Practice makes perfect on this, and it will take some time to get, but it's definitely worth getting this ability that is in your combat tree. This combo is as simple as it gets, oil and flame. If you haven't figured this out yet, you can throw these vases of oil at people and set them on fire with the blast cannon. This is very helpful against enemies with red eyes. Simply select the oil as your item, lock onto a target and press up. You will throw the vase at them, breaking it on their bodies if it hits. If it does, simply wait for a safe chance to get close and hit R2, lighting them up with the cannon. I often wait for them to attack and come in after. This should set the person on fire, causing them to have a little animation. It's at this time you want to get up close and land a few easy blows before the character regains themselves and can block or attack again. Be aware that you can repeat this over and over again, with each enemy reacting each time they're set on fire, giving you a few free hits. Use this to your advantage. This is important for a few reasons, mainly hidden doors. Wall hugging is how you find these doors, and it's important to find them because of the items behind them like gourd seeds or prayer beads. All you need to do is hug the wall and move along it. If you come across a hidden door, or shinobi shortcut as they are called, the character will push back against said wall and enter the room. Do the same thing to go back out the other way. Make sure you check those walls because, well, just check them, you bitch. Buy these when you have the extra coin to do so. You can hold them even if you die, and they are worth slightly more than they actually cost. These are very useful for buying the items on new merchants that pop up as you progress through the game, or the more expensive items when you need a few extra 100 coins. Most of them have random items or scrolls on them that you will want to buy, so these come in handy. The game environment for each area is something you should pay attention to because it could be giving you cues on how to approach the enemies. I'll give you an example. Take this long path ahead of me. I can see two guys ahead trying to get in the door and they look occupied with it. Seeing this, I know I should be able to sneak up on them on the far left side without alerting them. I make my way up and get close. If they don't notice me, I keep moving until I am behind said person and execute. Take out the other guy and done. This one was easy, so let's try a harder one. This one is a lot harder, but again, planning and taking in the area is your first step. Looking around, I can see a few single enemies, so those are the ones you want to take out first because it will be easier and less chance of an alarm. So, take out the horse guy, then the walking pat. From here, you want to start working on the patrols around the castle wall. If you are fast enough, you can take out the big guy walking the patrol, and you want to do this stealth-wise because it will save you a fight and health. Next, it's either the other patrol that sometimes is close to the big guy or the watchman in the tower. Stealth kill, and that leaves you with the two at the bottom and possibly the last walker. If you haven't taken out the other pat, do him and then the last two in the middle. You can run and jump behind one of them for a stealth kill and run to the other guy to finish it. Most of the time you can manage these areas if you plan out your attacks, and even a few trial and error sessions, they really help too. Just learn to read the environment and kind of take the cues as you see them. This one is something you have to pay attention to during combat, but it gets easier the more it happens. When the enemy parries you, a large hit spark can be seen. This indicates the enemy parried you and now has the advantage. It's at this time you should go on the offensive and defend. If you try to attack at this point with a quick attack, the computer will do the same and beat you to it every time landing the first blow. Your best bet, depending on your playstyle, is to either parry them when they attack or jump back out of reach to reset the combat and start again. This is something I'm surprised people aren't finding out for themselves, but whatever. You can sprint on land by holding down circle. It allows you to move a lot faster, which helps with a lot of the enemy types. You can also sprint in water and away if you hit circle again. It will propel you ahead very quickly. You can do this over and over again for quickness. It helps when reaching those large fish that drop the fish scales for the merchant. This piece of info is for making the game harder, which also rewards you with the possibility of better items dropping. After beating the chained orc, grappling up into the castle-like area, you can pass through the other side and take a right to a tower-like building that has a note on it. The note says to turn around because this headless guy will kick your ass. Simply go around and jump out to the branch that is behind the building. From here, jump to the wall and grab the ledge before falling to your death. Shimmy over till you can stand up and jump down to the cave opening. Go in and duck under this and another thing here, and the room will get very dark. From here, approach the lip of this edge. Down here you can see the bad guy because he glows. As a side note, turning to your right will show you the path out of the cave to grapple back up to the main area, but screw that. Back to the ghost. You want to drop down to his left side and then jump up over this wall. Move to your right some, once on the top, and there will be a little cave opening you want to run down. From here it's pretty much simple. Find the wooden wall with the white paint. This is to teach you about shinobi shortcuts in the game, and press against the wall. This will flip you to the next room. Take a left and kill the new enemy type in this room. Then head up to the left in the hill and sit at the idol. The bell is to your left and you can read a note warning of it. Once you ring the bell, it will give you an icon under your health bar and an item to dispel it called a dragon bell. Simply put it in your quick select spot and use it to remove the curse. If you ever want it back, just travel back to this idol, ring the bell again, and it will give you the item to dispel it again every time, and that's pretty much how this is done. Well guys, that is all I have for you with this video. If you found the talk on reading environments useful and want to see more on that topic, check out my Sekiro stealth approach videos. They will show you how to eliminate the mini boss guards in the area so you can get a backstab on them to start the fights or whatever I might be able to pull off and do. It's just something to better help you be a Tenchu-like stealth shinobi. Anyway, see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.